What is up, my beautiful gemstones? It's your girl Gemma Jade, and I am here with your weekly pick a card, 3-card intuitive oracle reading for the week of May 16th through the 22nd. I know it's a day late, and I am super sorry about that. I'm not releasing it till the 17th, but life happens. I'm reorganizing, doing a lot of moving things around and trying to get organized, but with a Friday the 13th, a full moon, an eclipse, a Mercury retrograde, it is a lot. But I'm working on personals all week this week, and I'm going to get it done, guys. Just have faith and trust in me. Now, what I'm going to be doing is pulling 3 cards, okay? I'm going to label them or number them 1, 2, and 3. And what you guys can do is pause the video if you need to, focus on the cards, set your intention, ask a question if you need to, and then these cards want to come out. And then I will tell you what the book says, and I will tell you what I'm getting intuitively from spirits. I call on angels, guardians, guardian angels, ancestors, deceased loved ones, spirit guides, any other worldly attachments you may have, like extraterrestrial, earth angel, starseed, shapeshifter, fairy, etc. Any other beings, higher elevational, higher dimensional beings of love, light, and peace that want to come through and give messages. Okay, the universe and the cosmos. I am using a brand new deck, the Witching Hour Oracle, and I am super excited about it. So if you cannot choose a card, if none of them resonate, 1, 2, or 3, I will pull a 4th card at the end for those of us who don't make up our minds easily. Also, if you choose card number 2 and the 4th card seems like it resonates more with you, card number 4 is your message. These are general readings. I am doing personals for donation only through June 3rd, so through the retrograde. Information on that at the end of the video and in the description box, okay? If you're getting a little bit of a message from each of the cards, that's okay too. That's your message. Everyone who came here today will get the message they needed to hear, but they are general readings, so please take them as they resonate. With all of that being said, I'm going to pull the cards now. Card number 1. Card number 2. And card number 3. And I'm going to pull the 4th card out because that one wanted to come out. Guys, I know this is a very primitive setup, and I know I've been saying it for a while, but I am working on getting this hooked up better for all of us, myself included, in my new home office, because I'm going to be doing a lot more on MoonBear, all right? So if you chose card number 1, actually, if you need to pause the video, now's your chance. And if you chose card number 1, let's get started with that. Card number 30, Justice, the Blood Moon. Oh, I opened right to it. So if you chose card number 1, the waning blood moon is a time for justice. The crone is pictured on this card with a firm and steady grip on the scales of justice, referring to fairness by weighing the evidence. The skulls represent her consideration of her current existence and her mortality. The crone is blindfolded to represent impartiality to the situation at hand. It is time to consider just behavior or treatment in a specific set of circumstances. Have you not been fair in a particular situation with a loved one? Have you rushed to a conclusion without considering the thoughts or feelings of the other person? Or has someone else not treated you fairly in a recent situation? The time is right to find where the inequity lies and bring justice to that situation. You could be dealing with a Libra or someone who has a lot of Libra in their chart, or you could be the Libra energy, right? So generally speaking, guys, if you chose this card, this week is going to be a rough one, all right? And I don't mean to put that out there and manifest that for you. I'm just saying you really need to take a look at a certain situation in your life. It could be a love relationship. It could be a job. It could be anything. The thing you thought of immediately when I said this, that's what it is, all right? Who has been not coming through for you? Who have you been doing and doing and doing for? And it just seems like this person never reciprocates, never gives back. That situation needs to be handled this week, okay? No more putting it off. No more going along to get along. It's time for you to step into your power and really stand up for yourself. Now, if you're in a situation, position, or job where you are supposed to be making decisions, perhaps who to hire, who to fire, whatever the decisions are, please make sure you weigh all of the options carefully. I'm getting this specific story, and obviously this is not going to be for most of you, but a friend or someone you're very close with, a loved one, a family member, a partner, is trying to sway your decision about something. Okay, so you have a really huge decision to make, maybe regarding, again, your job, your career, and your loved one is trying to sway you. I don't think it's necessarily for a bad reason, like they're trying to get you in trouble, but I feel like you and they do not see eye to eye on this, and they're trying to get you to make the decision that's best for them because they believe it's the right one for you. This card is asking you, if you chose this card this week, you really have to look into situations, okay? Go into things blindly, leave the emotion out of it. Don't be tricked or fooled or manipulated by someone who does not have your best interest at heart, okay? It's time to cut all that out. I mean, it's long since been time for all of us to do the same thing in our life, right? A spring cleaning of the soul, a spring cleaning of the life, all right? Please be sure that you are acting fairly and justly in any and all situations this week, because if you feel wrong about a decision, that's because it's the wrong decision. Please follow your energy. I feel like some of you, not a lot of you, but maybe a handful, this is going to be something majorly important that you're not going to be able to take back, and that if you make the wrong move, knowing in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit that it's wrong just to please someone else, it's going to come back to haunt you in the worst possible way at the worst possible time, okay? So really, really sit back, consider all the evidence, and think about it before you make any decisions, okay? And that's like deciding to leave a relationship. Even the small decisions are going to need extra thought this week, okay? The universe is testing you to see if you're ready. If you chose card number 2, you got the 36th card, the card of communication, and it's the snow moon. I keep missing it here. All right. The waning snow moon indicates it is an opportune time for imparting or exchanging information and ideas. Here I have portrayed a woman communing with the goddess, who is depicted as her 3 selves, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. With the crone as the most prominent face, she communicates with the woman and helps her with pressing issues. This card is a sign that it may be time to discuss your feelings, ideas, and worries you have with another. Have you not been honest and open with your partner? Have you been keeping to yourself and ignoring a friend instead of telling them how you feel about an action that they have done? Open up to yourself and others without judgments and communicate. Okay, if you chose the second card, what you need to do this week is open up. Let people know how you feel. And, you know, I'm not talking about going on rants and raving, but I feel like you've been bottling a lot up, especially in a certain situation and with a certain person. And again, whoever popped into your head, whatever popped into your head first, that's it. But I'm getting the feeling that with a lot of you, this is with multiple people. A lot of us in this, you know, like I said, the retrograde full moon eclipse energy have kind of went into hibernation, especially the empaths, the sensitives, those with PK ability, the telepaths. You know, a lot of us in this community who have abilities have kind of went into hermit mode, but now is not the time for us to do that, myself included. You know, I'm guilty of it too. We need to return those phone calls, return those texts. And if we're not speaking to people because we're offended or hurt by what they're doing, or if we know something that they don't want us to know, like, you know, you meet a new guy and he shows all this interest in you, and then you find out he's married, let him know that you know that. You know, be very honest. Does my, you know, a friend asked, does my butt look big in these jeans? Tell them, okay, in a nice way. It's time to learn how to communicate your feelings in a nice and honest way. You can still be kind. You know, the act of saying no in and of itself is not being unkind. All right, this is another test from the universe, as I feel all of these cards are. I really get that from this deck, and that's why I'm so super excited about it, okay? It's time for you to tell people how you feel. Be your authentic self. That doesn't mean, again, be nasty. If, you know, it's okay to tell the truth. You don't have to please all of the people all of the time. And you're sacrificing a lot of yourself in doing this and just going along. Again, the going along to get along. Guys, we have to be honest with ourselves how our spirit sits. In card number 32, you know, honestly make that decision if you chose card number 1. And in card number 2, honestly say how you feel. It's all right to not be okay with something. Say you agreed to work, you know, at a friend's company and you were going to make a ton of money, but like you've been a little worried about it. It's time to open up and express your fears to that friend. Okay, things like that. No more bottling things up. It's time to say how you feel. Get it off your chest. It's going to be an amazing relief to your soul and your spirit. Again, you have to do it with kindness and love, though. Approach whoever you're speaking to with kindness and with love, and you cannot go wrong. The universe will not allow it. If you chose the third card, card number 9, Breaking Illusions, the Crow Moon. The waning crow moon suggests looking deep inside yourself to confront any misconceptions you have about your life. Just as the crone is here on this card looking inside a pool of truth, her outer self begins to break away, and she sees herself for who she truly is inside. It may be time to shatter any illusions you have of yourself or others. Peel away these misconceptions about your life and see yourself for the amazing being that you are and how the goddess intended you to be. We are made in her image, therefore there is nothing wrong with how you are emotionally or physically. Do you tell yourself, if I were just smarter, or if I could be less reserved, if I was just prettier, would I be a better person? Break those illusions, for they are not true. There's no gender assigned to oracle or tarot cards, at least the way that I do them, okay? So if you're a man, that's okay. It's time to take the mask off. You have been presenting to someone or to a bunch of someone's, maybe you've been doing this for years, as someone that you are not. You've been, not doing the suggestions of card 1 and 2 for a really long time. Going with the flow. Maybe you pretended to be a certain way to draw in someone who you thought was going to be the love of your life, and now you're about to get married. You know what I mean? And you don't want to anymore. Or this person doesn't know something about you. If you're keeping a secret, now is the time to let it out. You have to get this off your chest, okay? And it's not like with the communication card. This is just communicating in a different way, all right? And learning to express yourself when the need arises. This is about coming clean, okay? Coming clean, not just with other people, but with yourself. This is a really important card. It's the most important one I've pulled so far. Okay, these are definitely important, and we have to focus on them. And if you chose card 1 or 2, or if card 1 or 2, or 1 and 2, whatever are your message, take it and take it seriously and go out and do it. Claim it. It's yours. But this third card is really important because it has a lot to do with what I talk about all the time, and I still haven't gotten around to explaining, but most of you know about the collective consciousness shift, okay? It is time for us to be who we truly are. Like myself coming clean on YouTube about being psychic and my abilities and my gifts, okay? It was time. There is something, some of you, at least a handful of you, there is something that's eating you alive that you have to tell someone. This is not about telling someone something you know about them. This is about being who you truly are. Telling a secret that you're keeping, or secrets that you're keeping. All right. It's a major, 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 huge card, and you will know in your heart and soul, again, what the answer is and what you need to do. If none of these cards resonated with you, the 4th card jumped out in the beginning, and what a beautiful card. The Barley Moon, card number 22, and it's the card of vitality. I love this card. You guys know, I keep turning right to them too. It's just fate. You guys know how much I love my owls, and look at her top. Do you guys see that? How it's an owl? It's a little blurry, but yeah. So if you couldn't choose, or if you decided to wait for the 4th card, the waxing barley moon represents vitality. Here the maiden is pictured healthy, full of exuberant life, and flexing her muscles in the moonlight. She is surrounded by barley, a hardy grain whose coarse bristles extend from the grain-bearing tip of the plant. The vitality card is a sure sign that you need to be in the state of being strong, active, and in full power. Look deep within yourself and see where you can apply more zestful energy. Where in your life can you go the extra mile to work a little bit harder? Can you put more participation in a current group project? While working out, maybe you can push yourself to run another mile or do another push-up. Where can you put more effort and energy into your life? So this is actually a really great card. No having to make major decisions and possibly disappoint people. No having to learn how to communicate and step to people in love and with grace, and definitely no having to tell an earth-shattering secret or even just a very big secret to anyone. This is a great card. It's just telling you, step into your power. The universe, your guides, everyone is throwing the energetic strength into you, strength of the soul, okay? If you have abilities, it's time to really work on them to make them be at their maximum for what's coming. You are going to want to be prepared if you have any kind of psychic or cognizant ability. All right. I don't really know. I always say psychicness. Okay. I don't know if I coined the word. I know it's not a real word, but it's what I say. Okay. So if you have psychicness, please be sure that you are really working out that spiritual muscle. Anything you do, if you do yoga, you know, take it to the limit. This card is just about knowing that you're powerful. If you're starting a business, okay, start right now. If you're able to start, stop putting it off. You can. You are going to succeed in whatever you do if you get started this week. Okay, and if you're already succeeding, push it to the max. Okay, light the fourth burner, if you guys know what that means. It didn't work out so well for the Titanic, so maybe that's a bad I don't, that's a bad analogy, but seriously, light the fourth burner, push yourself to the limit. Now, that doesn't mean hurt yourself and go crazy, all right? But take a little bit of a risk this week. Why not? Say F it, to hell with it, and just go with the flow. Go and do something fun. Push yourself. If you love doing something, do it even more. Get started on that business. Go after that new job. The universe is literally sponsoring you this week. You pulled the best card. Not that one card is better than the other, but this one doesn't carry any kind of burden of weight, right, that you need to get off your shoulders. Maybe it does. Maybe you have this message combined with one or all of these. But what I'm saying is it's going to be an amazing and fantastic week for you if you get out there and push yourself to limits. You are going to achieve things this week or set in motion for things to be achieved that you couldn't possibly imagine or dream. Guys, that's all I have for you today. I really hope this helps. I hope it resonated. Unfortunately, because of the trolls that constantly come in and come at me in emails and other comments, I'm keeping these comments off. I'm also releasing this on MoonBearOracle first because it's bringing down my algorithm. I don't get a lot of views. So I figured anybody who's viewing it on Gemma Jade should have no problem coming over to MoonBear. And then you don't get the commercials too. Or the ads. So I'm changing a lot of things up, guys. There's not going to be 2 content a week on my channel anymore, but there is still going to be content, so don't worry about that. I'm just going to be doing things a little bit differently. So stay tuned for a Let's Chat What's Up video I'm going to try to film tomorrow. If you're waiting for a personal, there are 5 of you, okay, so far that I have. I am doing them this week. 2 weeks ago, I was supposed to do them over the weekend. Something came up. This weekend, I was visiting family. It's just been crazy, guys. I've got the new spray business started. You can find information on my book, my merch. The sprays are going to be out, I hope, next week, 2 weeks max. I just got to mix them up, get them packaged. They're going to be handwritten labels for right now, okay? I'm doing it old school style until I can really get some labels printed, but I want to get them out to you all. So, guys, I really hope you're having an amazing week. I hope you're hanging in there with the retrograde, the full moon, the eclipse, all of the crazy energy. If you have abilities and they're going nuts, don't worry. It is going to calm down. Until June 3rd, the end of the retrograde, technically, because there's still the shadow phase, I am doing personal intuitive oracle readings, 7 to 12, sometimes 15 or more cards across 3 or 4 decks. For donation only. So that means you email me, MoonBearOracle@gmail.com. And again, the information's in the description box. Also, how to send in personal encounters. But you email me your name and your birth date, and I will send you a link to a video, private, only you and I can see it on YouTube, of a full video. It's usually 30 to 45 minutes. It takes me about 2 hours to put that 30 to 45 minute video together. So when I send it, I will leave the links to my PayPal, my CashApp, my Patreon, and my Amazon wish list gift link in the description box of the link that I send you if you want to, if you can make a donation. But right now, through June 3rd, it is not mandatory that you pay or donate, even though I do appreciate it. Every little bit helps. I'll see you guys Wednesday nights for live Intuitive Oracle, 7:15 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern time. It's Ghost Dragons Night, and I pull 1 card for everyone who comes in and give you another weekly reading. First come, first serve. I'm there for like 4.5 hours. Tuesday nights, I also film with Ghost Dragons from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern on my channel. We just talk about things and stuff. We just hang out. All right, we're live from another dimension. And it's just a fun time where we get to catch up with you, and I get to tell you guys what's going on, and give you guys updates and hang out with Ghost Dragons. So all of that good stuff. A lot of it's in the description box. If you need me, email me, MoonBearOracle@gmail.com if you want a reading. If you just want to correspond with me, you can use that email, or I prefer GemmaJadeParanormal@gmail.com. You can send in your encounters with supernatural, extraterrestrial, paranormal, otherworldly, whatever. Send them in. I need content for volume 16. I know some of you have sent it, but I do not have enough. I only have 2 stories. I'd like to have 4 or 5, 3 long ones, 2 short ones, whatevs. Guys, I love you so much. Be kind to each other. It doesn't cost anything. Always be kind to yourself and never accept anything less than others being kind to you. Always go in grace. Smile at a stranger today. Thank you so much for watching and returning. If you haven't subscribed, please do that. Please hit that like button, guys. It helps so much. Unfortunately, again, I was just going to say leave a comment, but I cannot leave comments on. I just don't want to be picked on and bullied. I love you guys so much. Have your best day. Have your best night. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.